If the person says, I really want to change, but that's something that I can help with. But if they say, well, I really don't want to change, but my wife says you're really good and she told me I better come and see you or else, I've had that a couple times and that's the end of the conversation right there.
Have you seen quite a few patients who you've basically ascertained they say they want this, but they don't really want it? And if that's the case, is change still possible?
When someone says, I want to change, or I want to, let's just I want to quit smoking. Let's just pick that. It's simple. They say they want to quit smoking, which means, assuming you can take them at their word, they consciously want to quit smoking, means they're aware of how it hurts them. They're aware of how they might benefit being free of that. They're aware of all the different dynamics in terms of, what they're consciously aware of. And then they have, but almost every client I see, Jim, and this is the case with almost anyone who wants to change something about themselves, that there's an internal conflict. And in other words, it sounds something like this. I want to quit smoking, but I kind of still want to smoke. Or I wish I could stop doing this, or I wish I could stop getting nervous and anxious in this environment, but I can't help myself. So that's the ambivalence, that's the internal conflict. And what that really means is their conscious mind, which is the long-term logical, rational thinking part of them, says, that's like our executive center. That's our human brain. It says, I want this goal. It doesn't matter what it is. I want to lose weight. I want to start a business. I want to ask this person out on a date. That's the first statement, but then there's often a but. And that's the subconscious, which is much more powerful. That's the short-term, self-protective, irrational, and emotional part that says, yeah, but what if I fail? What if I can't handle my social environment without alcohol? Or going back to smoking, what if it's really hard? What if I have horrible cravings and withdrawal symptoms? And what if I end up just going back, or I do it for a month and then I start smoking again? What if I can never quit? So, or the subconscious might also say, don't be so hard on yourself. You know what? At least it's legal. Or, hey, it's only 1 pack a day. It's not like you're one of these people that smokes 2 packs. Or, so that's the part that kind of bullshits us, but it's important to realize that it's not trying to hurt us. A lot of people, when they are caught in this internal debate, Jim, they beat themselves up because they misunderstand what they're actually experiencing. It's not, so you've seen the cartoons where you have an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other. So I use this analogy a lot with people. The angel, in this case, is the conscious mind. It's the one whispering in your ear, saying, oh, you can do it, you're good enough, or kale is really good for you, go eat a salad, right? And then the subconscious, the devil says, come on, you had a rough day, or whatever is going to get us to stick with that particular old way of doing things. The subconscious is very persuasive. And so it's afraid of change, and it likes to keep us consistent with what we've been doing. So ultimately, the internal conflict is that if the person says, I really want to change, but that's something that I can help with. But if they say, well, I really don't want to change, but my wife says you're really good and she told me I better come and see you or else, I've had that a couple times and that's the end of the conversation right there. Because Jim, see, if I could mind control someone, if I could make them do something against their will, then, well, first of all, every single person I see or I meet for the first time, I could help. And 2, I'd have a 100% success rate.